What would we do third? Cheat code, number 3. Cheat code.
We didn't have that cheat code. What would we do? Subtract it.
We should probably write it. Y1 squiggly mx1 plus b.
Can you write your e's regular?
Nope. So here we go. Type in the cheat code. Y1 squiggly mx1 plus b. And what is our slope?
1.5.
1.5. But what do we want to do? 1.5 and click the fraction. So our answer is
3 over 1. I mean 3 over 2.
done. Okay? And you have just created a quick and easy way to study these types of problems. You read through your steps, and then you know exactly how we got m equals 3 over 2.
This is huge.
Okay? One down. We did that last week, way at the beginning of the week. And now we go on to the next type. Okay, number 2. You can clear out your Desmos and go on to the next one. Number 2.
I'm the Riz God.
Number 2, what are we finding? What's the bold word? Slope. What are we given? We're given a table. So step number 1, what's the first thing you're doing?
Table? Did you say we're given 2?
Add a table. Step 1, add a table in Desmos. Add table. What you doing next?
Put in the stuff.
Do I have to put in all of the stuffs?
I mean, you can.
We can.
Put the positive ones.
But how many do I need?
2.
You have to put at least 2 points into Desmos, or into our table. Pick and enter 2 points. Pick and enter 2 points. Right? Doesn't matter which 2 you pick. You can put all of them, but you have to have at least 2. Okay, so let's just do the first. Do -3, -6, -2, -3. Here's my 2 points.
What's your cheat code?
Step 3, cheat code.
It's going down by 1 and then it's going up by 3.
So 3 is cheat code.
So the slope is going to be rise 3 and over 1.
If you're doing it that way. Now I'll put in my cheat code.
Guys, don't cheat.
Y1 squiggly mx1 plus b. What is my slope?
Up 3.
M equals
I was right.
3. Done. 2 problems.
All I did was
Done. You know how to do. You counted.
Yeah.
You can do that way. That's the by hand way. Exactly what Desmos does in its own mind. Done with number 2. We're just chugging away. On to number 3.
Number 3 is pretty easy.
Number 3 is pretty easy, except the copier is terrible, so you probably can't see your numbers very well, can you?
I can.
1 and 2 is 1. That's a little point.
Okay, so the y-intercept is -5.
Okay, so, yes, if you want to do it by the hand way, write your directions for the by hand way. I'm doing the Desmos way, okay? So, I'm going to take a look at this. We have a graph. How many points do we need to make an equation or find the slope? 2. So, the first thing we need to find is find 2 pretty points, right? Again, your graph looks pretty awful. So, I'm going to pick 2 points for you guys since yours didn't print very well. So, 1, 2. is a pretty point. Remember, we just need any two pretty points. 4, 7 is also a pretty point. It doesn't matter what two you pick, you just need 2 points. Step 1, find 2 good points. Find 2 good points. Find 2 pretty points. Next, what shall we do with our good points?
Put them in a table.
Put your 2 good points into a table. Put your points into a Desmos table. 1, 2, 4, 7. 1, 2, 4, 7. There they are.
Now your cheat code.
And now we put in our cheat code. Y1. Squiggly. MX1 plus B. U.
Now you gotta put your 6, all of the 6, and wait. You gotta put your 6 in the thing, and then how?
This is what we did for the.
Yeah.
Do you have to put your B in there too?
This is for the.
Nope, because all we're finding in this problem is slope.
Okay, so you're
So what am I going to put in to turn this into a nice number? 1 point.
6, a whole bunch of 6. Just type in 6.
Tons of 6s. Click my button. What is my slope? M equals 5 over 3. Beautiful. Those are the 3 types of problems where we were finding slope. Okay, we did those last Monday and Tuesday. Onwards and upwards to number 4. You get faster and faster. Do you see how a lot of them have a lot of similarities though? Even though the problems are a little different, most of them were finding points, we're adding tables, we're using cheat codes. Okay? Very similar process, just given different things. Okay, next problem. Clear out my Desmos. Number 4 is the average rate of change, which is a fancy term for find the average slope. This is the same thing as the average slope. Slope means rate of change. So we're going to find the slope, but there's one new piece of information. Okay, we talked about what this means last week. This is asking us to find the average slope starting at 25 and ending at 85. The only difference between this problem and the second problem we did is what? What's the only difference between the slope from a table and the average rate of change? What do we have to be careful about? Huh? M and your B? We do have to be careful about M and B. In the second table, we picked 2 points. Can we just pick any 2 points in this?
Yeah.
What is our first point we have to pick? 25, 43, right here. That's my X, that's my Y. That's where I'm starting, 25. I'm ending at 85. 85, 7. I have to use those 2 points. So my first step is not to just pick any 2 points. My first step is to determine or find the start and end point. This is called your interval. An and it's right there. Okay? And now it's exactly the same as the table we did before. We're just going to make sure we use the right points, the ones we highlighted. Okay? So, add a table and enter your points. Next step. Okay, so go ahead, add a table, enter your points. Add a table, and enter your points. Here we go. Add table. My points are 25, 43, 85, 7. I have to choose those 2 points. I don't want to put any of the other points in. I have to choose that start, ending, and ending point. And then we put in our cheat code. Y1 squiggly mx1 plus b. Y1 squiggly mx1 plus b. And what's my slope? -0.6, which ends up being -3/5. -0.6, click my fraction button, -3/5. M equals -3/5. Okay? Those are all the slope problems we did. Those are the only possibilities. On our quiz, there's no other tricks, there's no surprises. If I'm asking you to find the slope, it's going to be one of these 4 types of problems. From points, from tables, from a graph, or the average rate of change. That's it. No surprises. So we go on to our next page. 5. Clear out my Desmos. Are we who? What? All right, here we go. Number 5. What's my bold word now? Equation. So now I'm not just finding the slope. Now I'm writing the entire equation of the line. So I need my m and I need my b. So that's the only difference here. We still have 2 points. It's going to have a lot of similarities to the problem we did earlier, which is 2 points, but we're going to write the actual equation. So, just like before, we see 2 points. The first thing we do is add a table and enter your points. Add a table. Then enter your points. Just like we did before. Add a table. We got 5, 8, and we got 10, 10. And zoom out, and you can see my 2 points. After our table is in, our points are in, we're going to add in our cheat code. Okay, so number 2, cheat code. Y1 squiggly, mx1 plus b. I know this is review, but it's good to learn a second time. Doesn't it seem easier the second time? Y1 squiggly, mx1 plus b. I'm writing the equation, so what things do I need from this mumbo jumbo? The slope and the y-intercept, the b. I need m and b. Okay?
So it's y equals 2/5 and plus 6.
Yep. So I'm going to add in 0.4 to find my fraction for my m. So m is 2/3. 2/3. I'm going to need this.
It's 2/5.
Oh, 2/5, my fault. 2/5. And B equals 6. Now, we're asked to write the equation. This is not the equation, it's the two things we need to write the equation. So, for y equals mx plus b, I need to put m in for m and b in for b. So my equation, my final answer, is y equals, like Michaela said, 2/5 x plus 6.
It's so cold.
Is it chilly? Better than it being hot like earlier in this year.
I would have loved that. No, I would rather be super cold.
My time comes in dark sleeping.
It's cold.
Yeah.
It's chilly. Okay. And there you go. Exactly the same. The only thing we added on to the slope problem with points was we wrote down our b and plugged it into our equation. Yay! We're getting there. Number 6. We'll delete out Desmos. Equation given a table. We're going to write our equation. We're given a table. Is this going to be any different from the points? What's the only difference between a table versus being given 2 points?
You don't get the. I don't know.
So this problem and this problem are essentially the same, right? The only difference is you're given more than 2 points. You just got to pick 2.
And it's starting. It's so cold.
So we're going to pick 2 points and add them to a table. Pick 2 points. And enter them into a table. Add a table. We can go ahead and do the first 2. 1, 7, 2, 11.
Try it, guys.
And we
You know.
just pick the. We should pick any.
You can pick any 2. It's not average rate of change, so you just pick in any 2 from your table.
So we don't do the same thing if I put 4 and 19.
Correct. Okay, second step is cheat code. Y1 squiggly, mx1 plus b. Oh, y1 squiggly, mx1 plus b. We got our m, we got our b. Now we can write our equation. M equals 4. B equals 3. So our equation is y equals 4x plus 3. Done. Plugged in our m, plugged in our b. More than halfway done. More than halfway done. Okay, number 7. Okay. Create an equation, given a graph. Exactly the same way, except we need 2 points, so we're going to have to find 2 points on our graph. Any 2. Okay? I'm going to pick 2 pretty points. Here we go. We have, here's -2, 4. Just picking any 2. Here's the point 6, -4. Doesn't matter which two you pick, but you start by picking 2 good points. Any 2 would work. Okay, so step 1. Pick 2 good points. And enter into a table. On the table, enter my 2 good points. -2, 4, 6, -4. Followed by the good old cheat code. Y1 squiggly, MX1 less B. Step 2. Cheat code. Y1 squiggly, MX1 plus B. I'm writing it over and over and over and over again so we never ever forget. M is -1. B is 2. So my final equation, plugging in M, plugging in B, is y equals -1x plus 2. Done.
You guys want me to sing a song with you?
Wait, I was still writing.
Oh, I'll go back. Very good, very good. And we good? Okay, cool. Number 8. This is what we did last Thursday. Now I'm not given 2 points. I'm giving the point and I'm given the slope. Still, our goal is to find the equation of the line. Y equals mx plus b. Step 1. Add a table and enter the points. Okay, add a table and enter our 1 point, 5/8. Okay, one bit of information is down, 5/8. We also have to tell Desmos that we know the slope. So second step, enter m equals 3/5 into Desmos. So now we're going to also tell Desmos, hey, m equals 3/5. Now we can add the cheat code. Cheat code, y1 squiggly, mx1 plus b. y1 squiggly, mx1 plus a b. We're given our b right here. b equals 5. So I know m is 3/5. It told me that. And I know b is 5. So my final equation is y equals, bingo, done. Yay! Look, we're almost done. We're almost done. Here we go. Delete out. We just have 9, 10, and 11, and we're done. And 10 and 11 are super fast. Super quick. Easy peasy. One more kind of like this. The two quick ones. Now we've done one of every type of problem you've learned, and now you have a sheet that shows you directions for how to do every problem step by step that you may come across. Number 9. Going to write the equation. We're given a point, and we're given the y-intercept. The y-intercept is the b value. So we're given a point and the b value. So step 1. Number 1. Add a table and enter your points.
This is Tokar's doing it.
Add a table and enter your points. -4, -1. Add a table, enter your point. We also know the b value. So we need to enter in b equals -3. Number 2. Enter b equals -3 into Desmos. B equals -3. We need to tell Desmos all the info we know. B equals -3. And now we use our cheat code and hopefully it can find us the slope, the M. Cheat code. Y1 squiggly. MX1 plus B. And what do you know? It tells us M is -0.5. Typing that in, and clicking my fraction button, I get -1/2. So M is -1/2, and B was given -3. Using M and B, we can write our equation. Y equals -1/2 x minus 3. Because the 3 is negative. Two more. Two more. Wait. The last two things we have to talk about are vertical and horizontal lines. Okay? The biggest thing here is remembering which equation starts with which variable. Do you remember what variable a horizontal line? Y. Yes. Y goes left to right. A horizontal line is always y equals a number.
And in this case, y equals 1.
The number is where it intersects the y. So here, where it crosses the y-axis, and it crosses at y equals 1. So our equation is just going to be y equals 1. That's it. So which axis does it cross tells you which variable to use. Then you write your equation. So 11. Which axis does this line cross? It goes to the x-axis, so that means this is x equals a number. So you have something to read. Where it crosses the x-axis, it crosses at -4. So x equals -4.
Are you finishing?
This is we are going to finish on Wednesday. But this is one of every problem you have learned in this class up to this point on linear lines. Okay? The purpose of this document